After seeing Chicken Ninja 42 play through and 100% the pre-patch version of Post Shift 2, in other words V1.0.0, I started to consider playing the game myself more and more. Come June 18th, I finally did live on stream, the only difference being that I played the most recent version, which is easier. Other than watching Chicken Ninja's videos, I had never seen any full, uninterrupted gameplay, so I still didn't know what to expect. Just like Chicken Ninja, I'll be covering all the mechanics of each night, but in addition, I will also share the strategies I ended up settling with, either during my first playthrough or later on while replaying. The first 3 nights take place in ILO 1, which has a map that looks like this. To move around, simply use the WASD keys or click the buttons on the screen. The objective is simple, survive from 12 AM to 6 AM, but that's not all. We also have to complete the half-less drone repair by using the employee maintenance monitor located in the bottom left corner. Each drone task takes 1 minute and 15 seconds to complete, which gives us a total of 3 minutes and 45 seconds. In Part A, all the nights last 7 minutes, meaning each hour will last 1 minute and 10 seconds. Oh yeah, the game was too big for one file, so the developer had to split it up into 2 parts, Part A and Part B. On Night 1, 3 animatronics are active: Revenant Freddy, Minotaur Foxy, and Minotaur Freddy. Revenant Freddy resides in the promotional area, and we will know he spawned when we hear him laugh. When he disappears, we must go to the end of the temporary aisle and deploy an animatronic mobile decoy drone. Minotaur Foxy will play this sound upon spawning. He will either appear in the side view of the temporary aisle or at the promotional area. To get rid of him, we have to construct one of 3 sentences by clicking the buttons with the corresponding words. Note that the spelled out 2 is written as the number 2 on the buttons. Minotaur Freddy will play one of these 2 sound effects upon spawning. Afterwards, he will either be in the construction area or the cleaning and sanitary room. If he spawns in the construction area, we have to get to the promotional area within 15 seconds, and if he spawns in the cleaning and sanitary room, we must look in the vent. Depending on how fast we get there, he will either look normal, have a rabbit ear, or look like Revenant Bonnie. After checking his appearance, we must open the EMM, click Report Minotaur Conversion, and answer the questions accordingly. My strategy for these 3 nights involves idling at the end of the temporary aisle until something happens, while also making sure to do the drone repairs. Once Revenant Freddy spawns, I instead idle at the promotional area until something happens, whether it be another animatronic spawning or Revenant Freddy disappearing. As for the objectives, we can get 3 of them by just playing the night, but I found myself having to go past 6 AM to encounter Minotaur Freddy twice. Meowdy! Okay, so I have no idea what to expect, even after watching Chicken Ninja's video on this. So this is gonna be interesting. First death. I forgot what to do. Oh, fuck. God damn. That was loud. Oh, right, yeah, it doesn't fucking tell you about the drones there as well. It doesn't tell you about the fucking drone, I forgot. Is there a sound cue for when the drone repair is done? There is, actually. It sounds like this. Wait! Minotaur! 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 No! Minotaur! I'm pretty sure I hear his sound cue. Unless it's just ambience. Oh. Okay. Oh, thank God. Oh, fuck.
It's not in range. Is it? No! Why doesn't it just auto-turn me around? What do you mean I can't use it? It says use it from the... I was in the temporary isle. What the fuck do you mean? Oh, I haven't been doing the tasks. Fuck. That's a problem. 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 Oh, I did it. Wait, what? Oh, fuck, I didn't mean to skip it. I didn't read the controls.
Night 2 introduces 3 new animatronics: Revenant Bonnie, Minotaur Baby, and Remnant Chica. When Revenant Bonnie spawns, he will start a game of One-Eye Seek, and we have to find him a certain amount of times ranging from 1 to 5, and how many times we have to find him and where he hides is random. Revenant Bonnie has 5 different hiding spots: the souvenir area, the construction area, the cleaning and sanitation hall, the temporary aisle, and its side view. That means that if we have to find him 5 times, he's guaranteed to be at each hiding spot since he can't hide in the same place twice in one encounter. Minotaur Baby spawns at the souvenir area, and when we hear this heartbeat sound, we have to open our EMM and head to the Emotion State tab to view her memories. The display will cycle through negative and positive memories, and to make her go away, we have to select the positive memory. A good way to remember which is that the colorful memories are positive and the more gray ones are negative. Remnant Chica resides in the hole in the floor at the construction area and will play this sound effect upon spawning.
Lighting alteration detected at construction area.
After hearing this sound, we must go to the hole in the floor and wait for a yellow light to flash. Then we have to go back to the end of the temporary aisle and deploy the AMD drone. As for the objectives, 2 of them can be easily completed by just not doing the last drone task before 6 AM. As for the objective where we have to encounter both Minotaur Foxy and Revenant Freddy in the promotional area together, I simply just idle at the promotional area once Freddy spawns, just like my strategy involves. For the last remaining objective of luring Revenant Bonnie with the AMD drone, I just try to lure him on the first encounter I have, and if it doesn't work, I deal with him normally and try again in the next encounter.
Do we need to choose a positive or negative memory? Fuck, I actually forgot.
Let's play a game of hide and seek. Involving me, the one-eyed rabbit freak.
No, that's not. I try to lure him away. Oh! It worked! Remnant! What the f does she do? Will be struck with immediate effect if no return. Who's gonna kill me? Is it Chica? Hi. Oh my god. This is hectic. What was that sound? It was like... Duh!
Night 3 only has one new animatronic, Remnant Foxy, and to make the night easier, it removes Miniature Freddy and Miniature Baby. Foxy will play this sound effect, and will either appear at the end of the temporary aisle or in the hole in the floor at the construction area. If he spawns at the end of the temporary aisle, we have to open the light module located in the lower right corner and toggle each of the lights until he goes away. If he spawns at the construction area, we need to go to the hole and wait for him to poke his head out, then go back to the end of the temporary aisle and deploy the AMD drone. Provided Remnant Foxy spawns at the construction area at least once, all the objectives can be completed in a single successful attempt. Just like in Night 1, one of the objectives requires us to do all our drone tasks before 6 AM. Obviously, we'll have to use the AMD drone if Remnant Foxy spawns at the construction area, so unless he doesn't, that objective is easily completed. As for the input lag objective, the monitor has an energy saver that will save battery, but will also cause input lag, which makes the cursor occasionally teleport to a random location on the screen. Once we've used it for 3 minutes though, we can turn it off again. To see Chica in the aisle end before she attacks, just turn around at the end of the temporary aisle before deploying the drone.
Is that Remnant Chica? Hi. I know what to do. Damn it. I think I know what the sound was though. I think it's when the repair finishes. Right? Oh, I've already done it for 3 minutes. Wonderful. Yeah, I should really keep my cool. It's just, with the amount of time these animations take, it's more, with how hectic it is. How hectic it is, yeah. And I know it gets worse. Oh, there we go. I didn't lure Remnant Foxy though.
Morning, also known as Night 4, is completely different and introduces a whole slew of animatronics. It takes place in the miniature containment area and requires us to survive from 6 AM to 12 PM, which flips the script of the usual night shift concept and lasts 7 minutes just like the first 3 nights. The miniature containment area has a map that looks like this, and we can move around by using the D key to turn right, but for some ungodly reason we can't turn left. While facing the monitor, there's also a table on the right we can check under by pressing E, and a ladder we can go up by pressing W. This brings us to the observation deck where we can press Q to turn around and E to return to the front view. Throughout the night there are also 2 percentages in the top left corner, one for surrounding activity and another for virtual discontent. Morning will always have a minimum of 10% surrounding activity. Remnant BB will be sitting behind us and we want to make sure he doesn't move. If he does, the surrounding activity will increase by 5%, and if he moves 3 times, it's game over. Remnant Puppet can be seen on the monitor in front of us and will move closer to the screen. Once the words "I am above" appear on the screen, the surrounding activity will increase by 25%, and we'll have to click on it multiple times and then click Y to establish the blaring connection. Afterwards, we need to go up the ladder and press Q to turn around to view Remnant Puppet and make him disappear. Miniature Puppet resides at the front view of the observation deck, and we'll hear this sound when she spawns. Additionally, she will increase the surrounding activity by 5%. To get rid of her, we must go up the ladder and stare at her until she spawns Vent-A-Puppet, after which we have to click the left side of the screen until we can pry ourselves free. The Miniaturinas can spawn underneath the table to our right if the surrounding activity goes above 35%, and if they do, we need to check on them just like we would check on Remnant BB. They never became an issue in my playthrough though, so this is the only time you'll hear about them in the video. Miniature Freddy, Miniature BB, Miniature Ballora, and Miniature Baby reside in the simulation monitor below Remnant Puppet's monitor, and will ask for one of 5 things. Each animatronic will increase the virtual discontent by 25%, and to make it go down again, we simply have to fulfill the Minotaur's wish. Should we fail to do so in time, they'll appear in one of the side views to let us know they're gonna kill us, and after some time, will eventually jump scare us. My strategy for morning involves just staring at Remnant BB until something happens to ensure he has minimal chances to move. Should one or more of the Minotaurs grow discontent while I'm dealing with Minotaur or Remnant Puppet, I'll briefly check on Remnant BB before dealing with them.
That's right.
Oh, shut up, YouTube, shut up, YouTube. I was watching Chicken Ninja and I didn't realize it would play. Oh my god, that scared me. That scared the living hell out of me. For the most part, we're just gonna keep staring at this guy, and we're just gonna watch the activity. Okay, I'm gonna let them jump scare me, because I need to get jump scared by a Remnant Puppet. That's one of the objectives. You ain't moving an inch, boy. You ain't moving a fucking inch. You're staying where you are. It didn't tell me what you needed! I think it's just because the developer needed to add 4 goals to every level, but didn't have any better ideas. Oh, it's the balloon stall, not the balloons. Oh, fuck. I'm dead. Damn. Chill. That's right, you say right there. Uh-oh. Come on, 12 PM. Yes. I didn't get any errors, though. Not in that attempt. Whatever, I'm just gonna keep going.
There's a big jump in my death count in the following clips because after night 5, I went back to morning to get the objective I missed. Just wanted to point that out.
Okay, I'm being wrecked. There's too much happening at once. I made her to blown by. Huh? Did you see that? She attacked twice. $75 discontent? Are you fucking serious? Ah, great. Hello. Literally, nothing happened, and then everything happened. Oh my god, everything at once, are you kidding me? No! Are you fucking kidding me? I'm sorry. There's nothing I can do. There's literally nothing I can do. I'm spending all of my fucking night looking at your ugly ass face and you're still somehow making fucking progress. I do not fucking understand. What am I supposed to do against that? Is there anything I can do against Bonnie? No, not Bonnie. Look, both their names start with B, okay? That should be it. There we go. I don't know why it didn't work last time. I must have gotten like 25 just before the night ended.
Night 5, which takes place in the research area, has a map that looks like this. We can look around by using A and D, and we can move down the hallway we're looking at by pressing W. When looking forwards, we can move down the hall behind us by pressing S. We can open our panel by pressing E, and if we then press Q, we can open the side panel. We are now back to having to survive from 12 AM to 6 AM, and the night lasts 8 minutes, making each hour 1 minute and 20 seconds. In the top left corner, we can see 3 percentages, one for attention, one for oxygen, and one for condition. I'll explain oxygen and condition later, but as for the attention meter, it will go up when we're going down a hall or using our panel, and will make the animatronics more aggressive. The research area also has completely different animatronics called the subjects. Subject 1 Freddy, Subject 2 Foxy, Subject 3 Chica, and Subject 4 Bonnie. Just like in the first 3 nights, simply surviving until 6 AM isn't enough. Once 6 AM hits, we will have to secure the web line and do an insta order, which both take a random amount of time to do. When Freddy spawns, we will hear a laugh. Then we have to make our way to Freddy's stage, located down the hall in front of us, where we can see him playing the piano. Freddy will play one of 4 songs: Toreador, Circus, Music Box 2, or Forbidden Nocturne. And we have to select the corresponding song to make him go away. If we pick the incorrect song or don't deal with him in time, we get jump scared. Foxy resides down the hall to the left and has 2 attacks. As for the first attack, an announcer will request that a sine wave be played at
100 Hz, 432 Hz, 440 Hz,
or
500 Hz.
His second attack involves checking the camera via the side panel when we hear this sound effect.
Foxy aggression detected moves to Foxy's stage.
Once we see that his eyes are missing, we must close the panels and click the button that says Declare Missing Foxy Eyes at the bottom of the screen. Chica resides on the stage down the hall to our right and will move closer once this sound effect plays. Her room has a permanent gas leak, and in order to not lose oxygen, we have to equip her gas mask. Obviously, when our oxygen meter reaches 0%, we die. To deal with her, we have to access the Override Power tab and cut the power. We need to be careful when going to Chica's stage, however, as she has a chance of ghosting, which means that if we are wearing the gas mask in her room, she will damage it. This is where the condition meter comes into play, and once it reaches 0, I can only guess we won't be able to use it anymore. I've never had my condition go all the way down, so I don't fucking know. In addition to cutting the power, we have 3 other things we can do. First off, there's the oxygen removal, which prevents Chica from attacking for 90 seconds, but during that time also causes a gas leak. There's also a temporary fix that we can use once per night, which disables Chica at the cost of a 25% chance of being jump scared every hour. Lastly, there's the prevent, which prevents Chica from ghosting for 2 minutes, but she will become more active as a result. I never found myself in need of these though, so they don't come into play at all. When Bonnie spawns, we'll hear this sound effect, and we'll have to go down the hallway located behind us. Once we're there, he'll play this song, with a specific effect applied to it, and to deal with him, we must access the Audio Distraction tab through our panel and select the opposite option of what we hear. That is to say, if you hear the song playing with drums, select without drums, and vice versa. If the song is playing at a low pitch or in a glitched manner, we select normal pitch. As for the low pitch button, it's just there, I guess. If Bonnie isn't on the stage, we can move forward and click this button to put down a plushie deterrent. This will prevent him from spawning for 30 seconds, but the more we use this, the less effective it will become until it eventually becomes completely useless. Last but not least, there are two specials we can activate through the side panel, Second Life and Silent Mode. Second Life does exactly what it sounds like. It lets us respawn after being jump scared, but it sets us back an hour. Silent Mode stops our attention from increasing and resets it to 0% for 35 seconds. Once we've activated a special, we can't use it again until we die. While Chica's stage will have a permanent gas leak, random gas leaks can happen through the night
Leaks detected equip your respirator.
that deplete our oxygen no matter where we are, and we simply have to wear a gas mask to replenish it. After a while, the gas leak will stop, allowing us to breathe again. My strategy for night 5 is just to chill in the middle room until 1 AM, where Freddy always seems to be the first animatronic to spawn. Once I've dealt with him, I run back to the middle and wait until the next attack. If my attention is too high, I will stay in the room I'm currently in until it's low enough. If another animatronic happens to attack while I'm waiting, depending on the attention level, I'll delay dealing with them by a couple seconds since there's a tiny bit of leniency. Once 6 AM hits and no animatronics are attacking, I start securing the web line and start the insta-order and pray to RNGesus that both are finished before I'm slaughtered. All the objectives can be completed in a single successful attempt, provided Chica is ghosting at least once. This is because we can simply go to Chica's stage without wearing the gas mask, keeping our condition at 100%, but also getting the ghosting objective at the same time. I personally never needed the specials, and Bonnie didn't attack often enough that it became a problem, so I didn't need the deterrent either.
Wait. Oh fuck, no tutorial. Shit. I need to turn that on. I'm just gonna take the death on this one. Oh. Never mind. Okay, so that's Freddy. I don't know how I managed to turn off the tutorial there. Okay, that's better. I think I'm more prepared now. Is it Chica? There was Freddy? But I thought Freddy had a high-pitched laugh. Freddy, you're supposed to be on lockdown. Well, Officer Vanessa, I do not know how I got here. Oh, was it her? Okay, I actually don't get it now. Where was Bonnie? What the fuck? I don't understand this at all. I don't understand. How am I supposed to deal with that? I don't understand. I don't know. What the fuck?
Oh, hi there.
Jesus. Queen 344, thank you for the follow. You scared the hell out of me. Oh. Just gonna click that, you motherfucker. Oh, Jesus! Holy fucking shit, that scared the crap out of me. I don't understand. What am I supposed to do? I never hear fucking Bonnie. I never hear Bonnie. Bonnie's never there. I never fucking hear anything Bonnie fucking does. I do not fucking understand this fucking night. Oh my god. I'm just gonna let myself die. Quick, 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 quick. Yes! Yes, yes, yes! Suck it, Bonnie, suck it, fucking suck it, oh my god. Yes. And I got all 4 of them. Holy shit. I'm not doing night 6, because it's gonna be much worse. It does have checkpoints though, thankfully. But I'm gonna go back and try to do the objectives. That was way too close. Oh my god. My heart is pounding.
Night 6, which takes place at Stage 05, is by far the hardest standard night in the game and lasts a total of 11 minutes and 20 seconds. 8 minutes from 12 AM to 6 AM, and an additional 200 seconds, which is 3 minutes and 20 seconds. Thankfully though, there are checkpoints in the night, one at 4 AM and one at 6 AM. As if that wasn't enough, once the 200 seconds have passed, we once again have to secure the webline and complete an insta order before we are able to win. And just like in the research area, the amount of time this takes is completely random. Every single animatronic except for Miniature Freddy and Miniature Foxy is active on this night, as well as 4 new animatronics joining the roster. Well, technically 5, but the 5th one only appears if you run out of power, so yeah. The in-game guide for this night literally exceeds the highest average word count for an essay, so this is gonna take a while to explain. The map looks like this, and we can look around by using the A and D keys. When facing the vent walkways view, we can go to Terminal 2 by pressing W, and face the vent view by pressing A. To go back to the vent walkways view, we simply press S twice. When facing the stage, we can press Q to access the speakers, which will come into play towards the end of each segment of the night. While facing the communications post, we can press W to head to the computer and initiate a power hack, which will increase our power. Because there always has to be some sort of risk, this will sometimes result in a false positive for our virus that we have to deal with by going to Terminal 2. Once the power hack is secured, that is when our power will increase. We can equip our gas mask by clicking the button in the lower left corner, and by clicking the button next to it, we can use our maintenance panel. By pressing Q, we can open the side panel just like in the research area. Pressing E will bring up our cameras, which I'll talk about during the character's mechanics. Stage 05 has 4 segments, 12 AM, 2 AM, 4 AM, and the final 200 seconds. From 12 AM to 2 AM, we will have to deal with the subjects again. The sound cue for Freddy spawning is the same as in the research area. But the way we deal with him is different. Instead of identifying the song he is playing, we instead just have to open our panel and play the notes 1 to 4 in no particular order. Foxy will say one of these voice lines when he spawns. And we must go to the Terminal 2 vent view and load a voice from our panel to make him go away. The only problem is, we can't leave until he is completely gone, meaning that if anyone else spawns while we are dealing with him, we're fucked. Chica resides at the prototype tables and doesn't have a sound effect when she spawns. To deal with her, we have to equip the Chica plushie and flip it around until she goes away. Bonnie will spawn at the communications post and play his song, but unlike in the research area, we will have to select the corresponding effect instead of the opposite effect. Towards the end of each segment, Subject 5 Golden Freddy will say this voice line.
S05 speaker state is unstable.
And we'll have to go over to the speakers to decrease the volume to make him leave us alone. Shadow Freddy can also spawn throughout the night. When he does, he will delete... Yeah, he'll delete our suit's condition. When he does, he will deplete our suit's condition and our screen will slowly turn purple. To make him go away, we must locate him on the cameras and repeatedly click the purple button. From 2 AM to 4 AM, we will have to deal with the minotaurs and the remnants that we see during morning. And technically night too, but that literally only includes miniature babies, so shut up. Remnant BB will be at the communications post, and much like in Morning, we have to keep him in check. If his torso opens, we have to click on it to close it to avoid dying. Miniature Baby will spawn in front of the vent walkways view, and just like in Night 2, we have to view her memories. But instead of cycling through them, it only shows us one per attack, and we have to determine if it's a positive or negative memory. If we get it wrong, she kills us. Miniature Puppet will appear on the cameras, and we have to view the camera she is in until she is fully faded in, then switch to another camera. If we fail to do so in time, she will appear as a hallucination and drain our health until we face the stage for a few seconds. She's also my new arch nemesis, even worse than Toy Bonnie, which is how you know this shit is serious. This is thanks to one objective, which I'll cover after the rest of the mechanics. Remnant Puppet will appear on camera 5, and we have to shift the camera view by clicking this button. And yeah, that's it. Minotaur Ballora resides at the Terminal 2 vent view and will make this sound cue when spawning.
Ballora detected at Terminal 2 vent view.
Her song March of the Minotaurs will start playing, and we have to listen for a low bass note. To make her go away, we then have to open the side panel and click Switch Track. Miniature BB resides under the Prototypes table, and when he spawns, we will hear his music box. Along with one of these voice lines.
You look very friendly. Hello. Are you afraid? A balloon could put a smile on your face. Winners take all, remember? Winners take all.
Then he will initiate a game of hide and listen, requiring us to hide under the table with him and wait for his footsteps before we can crawl out again. From 4 AM to 6 AM, we have to deal with the 4 main Revenant/Remnants. Revenant Freddy will spawn at the Prototypes table and play his song. Once we hear a note repeat, we have to play the notes from 4 to 1 in that exact order. Then we need to open the camera and click the Restart Song button. Revenant Bonnie will either appear at the stage or at the Terminal 2 vent view and will bang on the vents when spawning. To deal with him, we simply have to open our camera and deploy the drone. Remnant Chica works the same way as Subject 3 Chica, except she spawns at the communications post instead of the Prototypes table. We can also use an audio protocol if we find her on the cameras, which will pause her for 10 seconds. Remnant Foxy resides under the Prototypes table and has the same sound effects as when he spawns in Night 3. To deal with him, we have to go under the table and access his memories through our camera. Instead of selecting a positive memory like we would for Miniature Baby in Night 2, we have to select a negative memory and then project it to make him leave. For the last 200 seconds, we have to deal with 2 new animatronics, Revenant's End and Amalgabot. Revenant's End has 3 spawn points: the stage view, the Terminal 2 vent view, and the elevator, the latter of which unlocks once you get to this segment. You can go there by pressing the exit button while facing the Prototypes table. If he spawns at the stage view, which for some reason doesn't have a fucking sound cue, we must make our way to the Terminal 2 vent view and load a voice, which then triggers his vent view attack, where we must put on our mask by clicking these 4 buttons in the following order: top left, top right, bottom left, and bottom right. If he spawns at the elevator, he will say this voice line, and we have to make our way over there and close the door for 3 seconds, then open it again, then rinse and repeat until he's standing upright. Amalgabot can spawn in front of the Prototypes table, below it, or at the communications post. If he spawns in front of the Prototypes table, we have to open our camera, find the stop button, and then click it repeatedly until he disappears. If he spawns under the table, we must find the audio protocol button, which can be found on either camera 1, 2, or 4. Lastly, if he spawns at the communications post, we simply have to put on our Bonnie mask to scare him away. If we run out of power, a cutscene will play where we're staring at the stage, unable to move. After a couple of seconds, the 5th new animatronic I mentioned, Fredmare, will attack and send us back to our last checkpoint. Throughout the night, we experience various malfunctions. These include gas leaks, or suit malfunctioning, or the speaker systems failing. The first 2 malfunctions have this sound effect, and the speaker malfunction has this voice line.
Speaker failure detected. Repairs are required.
To fix them, we have to press the corresponding button on our panel and wait a few seconds, and then we're good again. Just like in the research area, we also have two specials we can use. 30-second infinite power, which will give us infinite power for 30 seconds, and the silent mode, which stops our attention from increasing. For some reason though, some places still increase our attention when we walk towards or away from them, which kinda defeats the whole fucking purpose of the special. Once again, I never really found myself needing these, so yeah. My strategy for this night will also be broken up into segments, much like the mechanic explanations. From 12 AM to 2 AM, I'll be facing the prototypes table most of the time to ensure I don't miss a Chica attack. Then I react accordingly to any other sound cues and hope that nobody attacks at the same time as Foxy. From 2 AM to 4 AM, I'll mainly be facing the vent walkways view so I can quickly turn to the stage if the miniature puppet hallucination appears. I'll also constantly be checking the cameras for Remnant and miniature puppet, obviously making sure to check on Remnant BB every once in a while. My strategy for Ballora is just spamming the switch track button while going to the vent view until it works. From 4 AM to 6 AM, I'll mainly be facing the communications post to deal with Chica as fast as possible. If Freddy spawns, I'll immediately just click 4, 3, 2, 1 and turn back to the communications post until I can restart his song, just to make sure I can deal with Chica in the meantime. If Bonnie spawns, I'll check the stage first, and if he's not there, I'll move to the vent view and deploy the drone. As for Foxy, well, there's no real strategy, it's just learning what memories are negative, but I'll prioritize him and Chica if Freddy spawns, since Freddy takes longer to kill us. For the last 200 seconds, I literally just spin around frantically since Revenant's End doesn't have a sound cue when he spawns at the stage, and Amalgabot doesn't have any sound cues on spawn either. Last but not least, once the 200 seconds have passed, I once again pray to RNGesus that my web line secures and my insta order completes in time. For the objectives, as long as we stay put as much as possible, we can complete the night without exceeding 22% attention. The specials aren't really that good either, hell, one of them is faulty, so we can easily live without them. The objective for not exceeding 10% radiation can also be done pretty easily as long as we're quick to put on the gas mask when gas leaks happen. But the last remaining objective? The objective where we have to complete the night without going below 80% health is why I hate Miniature Puppet and why she is now my new arch nemesis. I was already checking the cameras very frequently, but she would always attack while dealing with Ballora without having any way of getting to the stage before my health was too low. She would also attack when I had just checked the cameras and the animation of the camera lowering is too long to allow me to face the stage in time. After nearly 5 hours of attempts, I finally managed to get it and I could move on with my life, leaving this bullshit objective behind for eternity. I wrote some notes for this because look at this. 5 pages of info. Instead I wrote just super short sentence. Oh, this isn't the right place. Oh, Jesus, hi. Off to a great start. How did he get me? What? I'm gonna get my water bottle because I forgot it. Jesus Christ. Fucking beetle here scared the shit out of me. Hello there? How the fuck did you even get in? You're very creepy. That beetle scared the hell out of me.
You have been chosen for destruction if you do not leave.
They're attacking at once. Can't deal with that. I can never hear anyone. I'm convinced only Foxy has a spawn sound. Whoa. What do I do now? Oh, fuck. I don't know how to deal with this. How do I deal with her again? I actually completely forgot. I don't have time to check my notes.
Mobile monitor's side panel. Oh. It doesn't fucking tell you how to open that. Huh? How do I... How do I even deal with this? Oh, there's a gas leak. I need to fix that. Oh, monitor. I do not understand. I'm checking the cameras all I can, but people keep moving, so I can't even see. Can I not move? Oh. I panicked. I didn't realize she was there because my monitor was blocking it. Where's the radiation coming from? How do I fix that? Gas leaks and radiation. Oh, I have to have it on. I can't really do anything here. Okay, 4 a.m. I made it to 4 a.m. It's fine. We're fine. I made it to 4 a.m. Whoa. Oh, wombo combo. What the fuck? Did you see that? 3 animatronics. 3. That's 4. 3. I can't do a fucking 3 sign correctly, apparently. Okay, another checkpoint. Nope. Back. It's fine. Damn. Quick, dude. Fucking hurry up, you fat fucking ass. Stop eating fucking McDonald's, Chipotle, and fucking Taco Bell every single fucking day of your life. It won't get you anywhere. In fact, it'll slow you down more and more. Fast. Come on. Damn it. This fucking prick, I swear to God.
To think my own creator was
do you want me to do? Hurry the fuck up. Stop being slow. Please. Oh my god. Hurry. Come on. I will fucking kill you. I don't care. Do the orders. Yes. Fucking finally. I don't care. Alright, I still need to do the objectives in Net 6. I still don't know how I have 22 objectives when I've only done 21. It's gonna be a fucking nightmare. But I've been through worse. Oh my god, it's the Final Destination number, except the version seen in Final Destination 2. When Kimberly is about to wake up. That's the second Final Destination 2 reference I've made in a recording. Jesus Christ. Nora? And specifically the second movie, none of the other four.
Station failure detected. Repairs are required.
What? When is that? That's not what I'm used to hearing. What do you mean speakers? What? You can't just give me a voice line I haven't heard before. Fast, 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 fast. Oh my fucking god. That should at least be the radiation and attention, I hope. Must have just assumed there was a wombo combo I didn't know of. Bro, what? I'm trying to drink my energy drink. What the fuck? Come on. Quick. Come on. W. Let's hope that's at least one of them. Yes! So I need to do over 80% health. I'm gonna be restarting a lot. Health is not a problem up until the 2 AM to 4 AM range. Why does it always literally, why the f does it always happen when I'm tending to Ballora? I haven't had it happen anywhere else today. It's fucking annoying. The problem is, there isn't even a checkpoint at 2 AM. So I have to replay it every time. I'm looking through the cameras as much as I can. The moment I stop looking is when the fucking puppet attacks. It's so annoying. I legit. Oh, I needed to switch off the camera, didn't I? That would have been it, dude. I got them. Dude, I fucking got them. Ah, fuck the radiation, dude. I got such bad luck there. I'm just gonna see what happens when I leave. Oh, hey, I survived. out to get me? Yep.
The slightest step, and I will bring you down.
I'm not gonna survive this. Oh my god, I survived it. Holy fuck. There's no fucking way. Oh my fucking god, I survived that. Not only did I survive that, like just barely, I also just guessed, completely guessed, what Bonnie was doing, because I didn't have my headphones on. I know that was risky, but holy fuck, I need to clip that or something. I got you off! What the fuck do you mean? Fuck you! What? Oh. Should be it right. Remnants, right? Fast. Okay, please. Please. Okay. Please tell me I've gotten it. Yes! Let's go. Fucking finally. Probably got to out of death. I'm gonna count them up. Oh my god, it's fucking done. Yes! Playing through and beating the game without getting the items or successfully completing the post-night minigames will give us a deteriorated ending, which is the first ending I got out of 4 possible. There's not much to talk about here, but I'll cover the other endings as I unlock them.
Accept your fate. Accept the end.
After completing a night in part A, as well as the Seek Mayhem minigame, we arrive at home and we can find the first secret by going to the bedroom upstairs and clicking the Freddy plushie 20 times. This will unlock the Fun with Freddy 2 minigame, and we must complete it to unlock the second secret. Secret 3 can be unlocked simply just by dying repeatedly in morning or night 5 until the game over text on the arcade machine instead displays a question mark. Once it does, the secret is unlocked. For the fourth secret, we have to go to the research area, turn right and click the Freddy plushie 20 times. Once we've done that, it brings us to a view of Miniature BB doing some sick parkour before the game crashes, giving us the fourth secret. These are the only secrets I'll be covering right now, as the rest have to do with the endings. Fun with Freddy 2 is a minigame we unlock by clicking the Freddy plushie at home 20 times. In this minigame, we have to survive for 90 seconds by using our light to check how close Nightmare Classic Freddy is. Once he's close enough, we have to zap him, but if our light hasn't faded out yet or Freddy is too far away, we die. Like I said before, beating this minigame will unlock the second secret.
Did you enjoy my minigame? I thought you would appreciate it. It is of course constructed from the memories of your friend. Memories often get corrupted over long periods of time. Our brains try their best to recall the details by embellishing and filling the missing places in. Your friend was missing many pieces, just like a memory. We tried our best to recall his image. Of course, memories are never perfect. Just know that he is alive and well. He has visited here a few times. Have you noticed? That's why I'm here. He placed me here, for you. No. Just gotta click that, you motherfucker. Sometimes the easiest solutions escape our mind. The game crashed. Or rather, the game closed. I'm pretty sure it's meant to do that. Okay, that was it. That was his fourth secret.
After completing Night 6, we unlock the Extras menu. Not only can we see some cool behind the scenes stuff, but we also get access to 3 bonus nights: Containment Aggression, Oxygen Life, and Stage 05 at half speed. These bonus modes are harder versions of each night in Part B, and I'll go over them now, but I won't go into detail since I've already covered them. Containment Aggression takes place in a miniature containment area and is a harder version of Morning. The animatronics work the same way, but are just more aggressive, or at least they were supposed to be, but I didn't really notice any differences in the latest version. Because of that, my strategy remains the same. I just stare at Remnant BB until stuff starts happening.
Hello. $69. Oh fuck. Man. Come on. I'm just gonna camp it out. I'm gonna camp it out. Please. I beg of you. Please. Please. Yes. W. First try.
Oxygen Life takes place in the research area and is a harder version of Night 5. Apparently, Chica fucked up the gas containers enough to the point that everywhere has a gas leak at all times, and on top of that, we can't use the panel and the gas mask at the same time. My strategy for this mode doesn't change much from the original night, except that I'll be wearing my gas mask at all times unless I'm dealing with an animatronic, or securing the web line to complete the insta order at the end of the night. I'll still be waiting for my attention to go back down if it's too high, but while I do so, I'll obviously be wearing my gas mask too.
What's about to kill me? Oh, Freddy, I didn't hear his laugh.
Hertz.
I can't do shit about that. I'm being I got wombo comboed. I couldn't do anything. Oh my god. Why the wombo combo? Nope. Misclick. Misclick. Why can you not exit the fucking webline secure? That's so bullshit. Oh! I can't believe I clicked the wrong one. How the fuck did I manage that? Fast. Come on. Yes. W.
Stage 05 at half speed takes place at Stage 05 and is a harder version of Night 6. Just like the name implies, this is Night 6 but twice as long, meaning the previously 11 minute 20 second long night now lasts 22 minutes and 40 seconds. Fun, right? Obviously, since the night is double the length, that means each hour is 2 minutes and 40 seconds, and the last segment lasts for 400 seconds, which is 6 minutes and 40 seconds. But don't worry, it's not all that bad. Thankfully, we get a checkpoint that didn't exist on the regular night, which is at 2 AM, meaning that if we die after the first segment, we don't have to waste 5 minutes of our time just to get back there. This is also where power actually matters, as we're basically guaranteed to run out around the end of each segment if an animatronic doesn't kill us before that happens. My strategy for this mode doesn't change much from the original night either, except I let the animatronics kill me once I reach a new segment, so I can restart with 100% power. Either that or I just let the power run out.
Oh, it's Shadow Freddy. So Shadow Freddy does exist. I didn't hear Bonnie at all. Oh, it's glitched. It was glitched. Kill me. Oh, it's Miniature Baby. How is that a bad memory? Oh, Miniature. Not even Miniature. Remnant. Nope. I was gonna check that. Why is the button for the monitor not just mouse down? In Night 5 it's E. Why is it not E anymore? Damn it. They attacked at the same time. I couldn't really do anything. Golden Freddy's gonna kill me. Yeah. I got wombo comboed. Okay, I'm just gonna do the orders now. Come on! Quick! Hurry! Hurry! Come on! Please! 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 Yes! Oh my god, it's done! Yes! Oh, that was fucking terrible, dude. Okay. I'm not touching anything here. I saw Chicken Ninja's video. I know I'm supposed to stay on this screen for like 2 hours. No, not 2 hours. 2 minutes. 2 hours. That would be fucking insane.
Completing all 3 bonus modes gives us our 5th secret and the resolution ending. Once we unlock this ending, we need to wait for 2 minutes without doing anything, and successfully doing so will bring us to this screen featuring Nightmare Kenny Cadet, giving us our 6th secret. After that, we need to wait an additional 30 seconds until Fredmare appears in the background. Once we see him appear, we have to click on him, which fucks up the screen for a bit, gives us our 7th secret, and transports us to the Purple Man ending. After the cutscene is over, we'll be awarded with the 8th and final secret, as well as the 3rd ending. I will take you apart. I will no longer be here. You believe that, don't you? We are no longer your friends. You're fixed.
8 secrets. I think that's all of them.
Since I didn't want to bother with the extra steps to achieve the good ending on my first playthrough, I saved it for last because I also felt it was a good way to wrap up 100% completion. To get the good ending, we have to collect certain items, beat all the minigames, and do certain things at home. This also means we have to play through all 6 nights again, but now having more experience with each night and a more stable strategy, it's not that bad. So, what exactly are these items, how do you beat the minigames, and what do you do at home? Well, if you let me continue, I can tell you, jeez! In the first 3 nights, items will appear on the stage in the souvenir area if we stay there long enough, and we have to collect all of them. These items include the radio, which can be found on night 1, the Fredbear signal transmitter, Spring Bonnie plush, USBs, and the suspiciously familiar map 87, which can all be found on night 2. And finally, the crafted Bonnie head, which can be found on night 3. The Seek Mayhem minigame can be completed by finding all 5 kits, finding a code, clicking on this weird puppet endoskeleton thing, and then clicking on this portal, after which we can be teleported to one of 3 different places. A dark forest with nothing but a car, that same dark forest but with a man standing next to the car, or a grass field with Plush Trap sitting in his iconic chair. On night 1, the code is 184, no one there, and we want to be teleported to the dark forest with nothing but a car before we can click on the keypad and put in 184 to get our first minigame key. Once we're at home, we have to start looking for certain things. On night 1, we must go to the bedroom and look for some masks, which can be found in a box next to where Freddy is. On night 2, the code is 493, someone's here, and we want to be teleported to the dark forest with a man next to the car before we can put in 493 and get our second minigame key. Once we're at home, we return to the bedroom, but instead of checking the box, we turn left to get the Remnant Chica plush. Then we have to go to the bathroom and check the sink to find a family drawing. Now we have to make our way downstairs to the kitchen and place the Fredbear signal transmitter to unlock a cabinet containing yet another key before finally going to the living room and placing the photos we found on the board. On night 3, the code is 254, Exit Haven, and with only 1 place left for the portal to send us, we obviously want to be sent to the field to put in 254 and get our last minigame key. Once we're at home, we also must go to the bedroom and turn right to get the Remnant Foxy plushie. Then we check underneath the box next to Freddy and find some incident photos. Afterwards, we go to the bathroom again, but instead check the bathtub and find a monitor covered in blood. Last but not least, we place the incident photos on the board in the living room, which puts us on the good path for Part B. The nights in Part B all end with Afton's text adventure, where we're obviously going for the good ending. Excluding pressing 1 to start the adventure, we have to choose the following answers. 3, 3, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. The text adventure is the same for every night, but I made sure to get the good ending on all 3 just to be safe. Once we beat night 6 and complete the text adventure, we're sent back to the main menu where we get to see the beauty that is the 100% icon.
Is this a good ending? Please tell me it's a good ending. It looks like the good ending. Yo, what? You're just beating the shit out of Remnant's End. Damn. Oh, my cursor was in the way the entire time. I'm not touching anything. You did it. You found your closure. He and the others will no longer have to suffer. The story has been put to a close. Forgotten souls, the restless, no longer need to live in fear, for fear no longer exists for them. Everything they were, everything they once were, it is all no longer. They can rest, they can find peace, they can forgive. Just like them, you too will now find your peace. Your memory will live on. Perhaps they will know not of your sacrifice. However, your actions will always live beyond. You went through a great deal of adversity to get here. In the end, though, the journey, although tiring, was worth it. You knew what had to be done. What needed to be done. Hopefully we will all return to a place where things are how they should be. A place without sorrow. A place where all can prosper. How things were supposed to be. We give you our eternal thanks. May you rest now. May your soul remain in peace. Thank you.
Oh, hi there.
Fucking great timing. Hello, Claire. September 29th, 1 week before the incident. Home. Hello, Claire, how are you? The end. 100%! Let's go! Oh, Freddy's not even there anymore. Piano is playing itself. Yes, 100%. Let's fucking go.
Once I was completely done with the game, I went through all my footage and tallied up all my deaths to make sure I didn't miss any while playing. I counted a total of 212 deaths, meaning I missed a whopping total of 19. This was mainly due to frustration or just general confusion distracting me from increasing the death count. For this spreadsheet, I removed anyone that didn't kill me, which was only Miniature Foxy. I also decided to make a bar chart for all total deaths, as well as deaths on each individual night. In total, this took me 18 hours and 39 minutes, which means I died every 5.28 minutes on average, which was honestly more frequent than I thought it would be.